to score. Nate a GMS. You know, because they don't come out during the winter. You know,
who's better overall?
We're better overall. They may have more love and compassion than us to all Israelites. You know, they got us beat by that.
They killing us.
But we're better overall, man.
Yeah.
They're good in areas too, but we're better overall, man. We got the whole thing. We got the whole enchilada, man.
Because when it comes down to the position that you're in, they're prophets, we're prophets. You know what I'm saying? But overall, what's up? But overall, we're better because we're prophesying the downfall of America. We're letting you know, we're warning you. You know what I'm saying? Opposed to them, they trying to butter you up and basically make you sheep, ready to be slaughtered, man. That's what it is at the end of the day. They making you be sheep, you know what I'm saying, to get slaughtered.
That's a so-called white man implying that, man. A woman ain't equal to no man. The white man is worse, man. You know, fuck all of them.
That's a word.
You know, hey, if guess what? If the women all die off, the nigga woman or Jacob, you know,
Judah, Benjamin, Levi.
Judah, not Judah, Benjamin, Levi. Negro, Latino, Native American, all the women die off, and we go to war, Israel will still stand. But if we all die off, Israel ain't gonna still stand.
Why you think Pharaoh was trying to kill
all the men?
Why? Why you trying to kill the men?
You always kill the men in war.
If you don't want the Israelites to increase as a nation of being Israelites, why kill the men?
Yeah, why kill the men? Yeah. You would kill everything.
Because if you kill the men, that stops the seed. That stops the progenitors. You know what I'm saying? If you got oranges and apples growing in your backyard, I'm like, man, this apple tree be killing mine. I'm gonna take the apple tree. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want you growing apples no more. You know what I'm saying? Let's say the orange tree is the woman. If I take the orange tree, you still growing apples. You know what I'm saying? Because the seed is the fact of the seed. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, yes, men are better than women overall. We have our lot. We have our positions. A man is to lead. A woman is to follow. When it comes down to educating, like he said, a woman, to me, a woman has more patience when it comes to children. A woman has more patience. The baby all crying, woman like, you know, man like, shit, man, here, you know what I'm saying? That's part of how the Most High set it up, man. You know what I'm saying? That's just it. That's order. You know what I'm saying? Grab 1 Corinthians 14:40.
Say something.
Go ahead.
That proves that Jake is an oppression, man. All that knowledge you have, man, but you get emotional when it comes to the women.
When he said the plight. The endangerment of our people. You know what I'm saying?
And just like the brother said, the brother's not here. Well, the brother just had to do what he had to do. When it comes to this truth, man, you can't get emotional, man. You got to realize that, man, it's order. If the order is set, the order is set, man.
Yeah, grab 1 Corinthians 14:40.
Yeah, that makes no sense. Why the most I choose men? You know?
Even when you play a video game, he's overall 98. He's overall. When you go to draft somebody, you know what I'm saying? What's the point of them going to colleges? You know what I'm saying? To what are they called? Scouts. What is the point of scouts? They're at a college to see who's the best on a team to fit for their team.
Who's better?
Yeah, who's better? If you got two cold receivers, you can be like, dang, this is hard. You know what I'm saying? But who's better? It always comes down to who's better because that's order. If you know you need to watch these mosquitoes out here, boy, fucking water, man.
They don't come in like, okay, well he can dunk. You know, he the shit at dunking, but he can drive, he can pass, he can shoot,
exactly.
He can dunk.
He's clutch.
He's clutch.
You know, that's the man, bro. The man has all that. Just like the woman can shoot. You know what I'm saying? That's it. You know what I'm saying? You put LeBron James against Candace Parker. Who's gonna win? Who's gonna win? You know what I'm saying? And like, come on, man. Go ahead, grab it.
The Corinthians, right?
Yeah.
This is
We're gonna read that, and then we're gonna go to what's that? 11. Yeah, we're gonna read that again, and then we're gonna go to chapter 14, man.
This is 1 Corinthians.
Yeah, and matter of fact, no, chapter 12. We're gonna read chapter 12, man. We're gonna get 14, and then we're gonna get 12. Go ahead.
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 11 and verse 3. But I would have you to know that the head of every man is Hamas.
I can start at the top, man. Start at the top, because that's what it's about. It's about somebody leading and about somebody's following, man. What they say, behind every strong man, behind every great man, every strong woman or whatever, she's behind him doing what? She's following. She's his helpmeet. She's a helper. She's a servant. You know what I'm saying? That nigga go kill 100. Israelites go to war. We go kill 50 Edomites, 50 Hamites. We go home, wash up. You know what I'm saying? You're going to lay with your woman is there. She's going to, you know what I'm saying, put this ointment on you, wax on, wax off, get you feeling good. You know what I'm saying? Get you feeling better. Huh? Treat your wounds. You know what I'm saying? I got a gash here, babe. You know what I'm saying? The movie Desperado. You know what I'm saying? He went in there shooting up, blah, 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 blah. Went in front of the woman, passed out. What'd she do? She treated his wounds, man. You know what I'm saying?
Daredevil.
It's in so many movies that it's crazy. Yeah, you talking about the Netflix series? Yep, exactly. You know what I'm saying? And they ended up they got super.
They
cool.
wanted to get with each other, but she was like, "Nah, that's that shit.
It's too dangerous."
These
fucking mosquitoes, man. Go ahead.
1 Corinthians 11:1. Be ye followers of me, even as I am also of Hamashiach.
Now this is Paul talking. He said, "Be ye followers of me, even as I am a follower of Hamashiach," which is the Hebrew word to say the anointed, which is Christ, basically. The one who the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ.
The one who Nate ignorantly calls Christ.
Well, he purposely called him Christ because he's a fucking demon.
That's right.
You know, so he said, "Be ye followers of me." You know what I'm saying? We had a run-in with this brother a while back, years back, where one of his family members like, "Well, you just following, you know, such and such." No, I'm following him because he's my teacher, but through all, he's a follower of Hamashiach, which is a true follower of Yahweh, his father. It's an order right there, man.
Yeah.
To keep what? That well-oiled machine to do what? To reel in the elect. At the end, that's what it's about, man. The fucking NBA Finals. The purpose of going to the NBA Finals is like, we are the champions. That's the elect. They have been elected to be the champions. You know what I'm saying? So, same thing with your job. They like, yeah, we got a position coming up. You know what I'm saying? Let's say like 3 people put in applications for that position. They're gonna pick the better person for that position. Yeah, y'all all come here to work. Yeah, y'all all are never late. But you just a better leader than them, so we're gonna elect you to be the leader to have this position, man. Go ahead, start from the top again.
It says, 1 Corinthians 11:1. Be ye followers of me, even as I also am as of a Hamashiach.
Yeah, so, and this can go both ways. Because a false prophet can use this scripture. Follow me, and then he teach you that the name is Christ. You gotta, you know what I'm saying, you still gotta do your studies and everything, but for the most part, Paul was a servant of faith, of integrity, you know what I'm saying? When niggas talk about being about that life, he was about that life, you know what I'm saying? He was so much about that life that he was persecuting Christians ignorantly. Yeah. And then he got corrected and he started doing it the right way. You know what I'm saying? And he's saying, "Be ye followers of me as I'm followers of who the world called Christ." Go ahead.
Now I praise you, brethren, that you remember me in all things, and keep the ordinances.
Keep the ordinances. Let's look that up. Let's look that up. You already got it written in your scripture?
Yeah, the precept to it. I can get the blue letter, but the precept, it says traditions.
Traditions. What's that? That scripture? I believe it's in Romans 15. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what the ordinances goes back to the traditions, which came from what? At the end of the day, it's order. You know what I'm saying? The reason why the so-called white man, they have a lieutenant, a general, blah 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 blah. You go to I believe it's Exodus chapter 18 or Deuteronomy 18, one of the two, where Jethro, he told Moses, you know what I'm saying, how to better organize the people. That's part of the tradition, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, it's still good.
Man, I got bit like 4 times, man.
The Greek word.
Make your bodies a living sacrifice.
The Greek word for ordinances is paradosis, which is giving up, giving over, the act of giving up, the surrender of cities, a giving over which is done by word of mouth or in writing, i.e. tradition by instruction, narrative, precept. Let's see. Oh, yeah. This is the next one. It says, objectively, that which is delivered, the substance of teaching.
Yeah, tradition. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's order. So a man teaches the woman and the woman teaches the child. A man teaches the woman. Well, really, I'm really, because it's even in the scriptures. When you have a little girl, the mother teaches that little girl how to be a woman. The father teaches the little boy how to be a man. We're not talking about 1 + 1 is 2. That's as far as education. We're talking about how to be a man. You know what I'm saying? So, read that definition again.
Yeah, I'm gonna read that one. The next one's really good too.
Hey, what's up?
It says, objectively, that which is delivered, the substance of teaching.
Yeah, the substance of teaching. That's where, like you said, the precept was tradition, man. Things that are handed down from down to down to down. When you go to Deuteronomy chapter 4, what does it say? These laws, statutes, commandments defer you from the other nations. It makes you special. You know what I'm saying? And you are supposed to teach this to your sons and your sons' sons, man. That's traditions, ordinance, teachers handed down, man. That's what it is.
That's why back in the ancient world, you were what your father was. If your father was a carpenter, you became a carpenter.
Exactly.
If your father was a king, you became the king.
Salakia, all the moving, man. These goddamn Satan out here with these goddamn mosquitoes, man. We ain't got no fucking problems when we down there. I mean, I know the weather warming up and everything, but go ahead, Salakia, we cut you up.
That's why I had to say, whatever you were, your father was.
Yeah.
You know, so in this society, if your father worked on cars, you should work on cars. But this society's so wicked.
Yeah.
You gotta go and you gotta get certified, and you gotta do all this and all that. You know what I'm saying? To even make something out yourself.
Dad might not be around. You know what I'm saying? We under the curses, man. So you might not have the experience in this life that your dad has.
Or you can open, like you said, your father could be a mechanic. And you can want to be a mechanic, but now, like you said, you gotta get started. You can't open up a shop. You can still work on cars, but you can't open up your own shop.
Yeah.
You know, because you have to go through the proper
so-called white man's schooling system, man, to get a goddamn piece of paper that say you know what you're doing.
Hey, this goes.
Even though you learned everything off YouTube, you know.
Yeah. This goes exactly what you were just saying. It said, this is the second definition. It says, of the body of precepts, especially ritual, which in the opinion of the later Jews were orally delivered by Moses.
Yeah, and Moses, what do they call it? The book of what? The book
of Moses, book of the law.
Exactly. From Genesis to Deuteronomy. It's about Moses. The law, statutes, and commandments. That was the whole point. Bam. I created heaven and earth. I flooded heaven and earth. I separated the nations. I chose this people. They went into slavery. I delivered them out of slavery. I gave them this land. I gave them law, statutes, commandments, and these are my people to the end of the day. Like that was Genesis through Deuteronomy. You know what I'm saying?
It says which in the opinion of later Jews were orally delivered by Moses.
Yeah.
And orally transmitted in unbroken successions to subsequent generations, which precepts both illustrating and expanding the written law.
Because what it is, the law was oral. Because when you go back to the Garden of Eden, they had the laws. Because when it came time for Cain and Abel to do the sacrifices, it said that Cain's sacrifice was basically evil. It was wicked. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't righteous. So they had the laws orally. And then that's when Moses went on the mount and he wrote them down. They became written precepts, which we have today. Which, when you go to the prophets and the priests and the men of the Lord, all of that, and now you have the Bible. Now you have the Bible. Because these things were written aforetime for our learning. You know what I'm saying?
Joseph didn't want to sleep with a old girl.
Yeah, exactly. Because that was before they even witnessed slavery under Egypt. Way before the laws was written. That was before Moses was born. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, good point. That's a great point.
He was a twinkle in his father's eye. He was a twinkle in his father's eye.
Yeah. He knew not to commit adultery, man. So that right there proves it as well. You know? Yeah, like, you know, like I said.
Yeah. This is just what you. This just to add a little bit more to it. It says
to the fire.
It says, I'm gonna read it again. It says, of the body of precepts, especially ritual, which in opinion of the later Jews were orally delivered by Moses, and orally transmitted in unbroken succession to subsequent generations, which subsequent means the later coming generations. Just to give more clarity.
Because it's under, you know, like a family tree. You know, go ahead.
Yeah, because I went to the word subsequent, which is occurring or coming after, later or after, which is what now?
Yeah,
you know?
Exactly. Yep, us. Which is at the end of the day the elect reincarnated. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
them coming out of Egypt, and those two making it into the promised land, as well as the ones who made it with them, was pretty much symbolic to us making it out of this Egypt, this house of bondage, out of America to our kingdom. Now then, the kingdom was the promised land, which is the same. The kingdom is the promised land. We're going to get our land back. We're going to have slaves. We're going to rule the nations. We're going to live in righteousness, man. You know what I'm saying? Women being going back to being clothed from head to toe in modest apparel, man, and what they supposed to be wearing, not just a Muslim like, oh boy, you know what I'm saying? See, man, you niggas out there, y'all always let the woman get y'all, man. Y'all always let the woman take y'all, man. They got you niggas clutched by the nuts, man. Like off of Friday After the Next, when Cat Williams had the white strips on his nuts. Ooh, that's how you niggas are. Y'all just so timid and so scared to displease the woman that you'll give up your life, man, for her. Not the Most High, but for her. You know?
It's not like we as men of the Lord sit here and say, we don't say, man, the woman has a job, man. Yeah. We're not gonna sit here and say, man, fuck the woman. At the end of the day, still fuck the woman. You know, because the woman is not gonna serve them Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. But fuck the woman, man. You gotta take it for what it is and quit being emotional, man. We know that we have women that we know that we have at home, but at the end of the day, they not serving Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, so fuck them. We're better than them. The Most High is looking for men that's gonna please them, not women that's gonna do everything that the so-called white man tells them, man.
And what proves that we're better than them? Because we have the elect attributes, man. We doing what the elect would do. Lord willing, we are the elect. You know what I'm saying? They doing, I mean, you know what I'm saying? For the most part, they hold us down to their abilities. I can't really say their best ability or whatever, but they hold us down to their ability. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's for the most part a man who's going to get a woman on that chariot. You know what I'm saying? She shall be saved through childbearing. You know? Childbearing is basically a marriage, you know what I'm saying? Not necessarily only pregnant women are going to make it on the chariot, you know what I'm saying? But those women that have men, that's why you go to Isaiah chapter 4. Why is 7 women going to take hold of one man? Yeah, why is 7 women going to take hold of one man? Like, hey, look, we cool, I'm cool, just give me your last name and give me my own food and my own apparel. That's because they're not equal to us. They didn't say 7 men gonna take hold of one woman. When this society starts to break down, when your beloved economy goes to shits, you know what I'm saying? I was on the YouTube the other day. I forgot what video I was watching, but a guy said, oh, it's just convenient. He's talking about the economy's gonna crash, but he's telling you to send donations. And somebody told him, well, he's probably gonna convert those donations into real commodities, basically, like gold or silver. And I was like, and I said, good point to the bonehead. And he got all offended because I called him a bonehead. You know what I'm saying? To the fact, that's a big ass. He got offended to the point where he's like, oh, your intellect is so limited. Your brain capacity is so limited. You gotta call me a name. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you know what I'm saying, blah, blah, blah. At the end of that, well, when the economy crashed, I bet you get the chip if you ain't even already got it. And he never responded. You know what I'm saying? Hey, because that's what it's going to come down to. A lot of people are in the know about the RFID chip known as the mark of the beast. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to get back into it. Go ahead, 1 Corinthians.
Okay. It's 1 Corinthians 11 and verse 3. It says, but I will have you to know that the head of every man is Hamashiach.
The head of every man is Hamashiach. Not this guy. Not this guy. This the head of every 2/3. You know what I'm saying? They're not men. They're women. They're feeble. You know what I'm saying? They trying to please a woman. They trying to, you know, build their 401k, their pension funds. They trying to start a business. They trying to build a garment factory. You know, and you know, that can help. But like somebody said, you know how much money it takes to start a factory? You know what I'm saying? You gotta, America sends factories and manufacture companies overseas for cheaper labor. You know what I'm saying? So let alone them letting a sellout Israelite just start a business to build garments, man. But it's not talking about him. You know what I'm saying? It's talking about the quote-unquote black Jesus, if you want to call that, man, because he's not a so-called white man. He's a dark-skinned man. It said that his skin was bronze burnt in fire. You know what I'm saying? So take your key, your little key, and burn it. That brown key that you have, burn it. You take anything, it turns to a black. You know what I'm saying? It turns. You take paper, you take wood, even take wood. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It turns black, man.
They don't get pinker.
Yeah, it don't get pink, because he, at the end of the day, he's still not white, man. He's pink. Because that's what the so-called white people are. They're a derivative of red. You know what I'm saying? That's why they called them red, man. They called him, what it said? It said Ishar, which is wasted away. He has no pigment. And then it called him Adawam. You know what I'm saying? Which is red. Resembling they blood showing forth through their skin, man. Go ahead.
And the head of every woman, is the man.
And the head of every woman is the man. So just like the man respects the church and respects the one who the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ, the woman is supposed to respect the man on the same aspect. As the weaker vessel. We're weak. I can't tell, you know what I'm saying, quote unquote Jesus Christ, which his name is Yahweh. I just hate saying that name, man. But I can't tell him what to do. If that was the case, I'd be saved. For sure. Hey, come save me. No, I don't have that kind of power, man.
You be the Most High.
Yeah. Come get us right now. You know, no, fuck that. I fear him as well as I fear his father.